Hello, welcome to the show. It's so good to see you today. We've got a great show planned for you. It's all about getting it done, your business growth plan for the rest of 2021. It's going to be an awesome show. We're going to take you through it step by step, and we've got some other stuff to talk to you about as well. So do stay tuned. We would love to hear your questions and comments and everything throughout the show, whether you're watching on replay or if you're with us live. So do join in. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you're doing these things. Revenue growth planning for 2021. The world's opening up. Now's the time. And we'll be back to talk more about that just after this. Hi there, welcome to today's Business Growth Club show. We are so pleased to have you here. The theme is growth marketing.
We're talking about actions and consequences today.
It's all about purpose.
Driving business growth with using KPIs.
We're talking money mindset.
The Growth Club, I mean, not to oversell it, but it's so well organised. So yeah, it was totally invaluable.
The Growth Club, coupled alongside with the Masters that I'm doing at Strategic Leadership at the moment, both of those things happening collectively have definitely transformed, and the Growth Club did have a massive impact for our business.
What is it that attracted you to come to the Growth Club in the first place? Let me just ask you to start off with that.
Well, because it was the two of you, basically.
Wow.
It's a good job you can't all see behind the screens, because in the green room, Mahmood and I were rocking it out there to our music, don't we?
Probably more Grandad dancing on my side, and Joe's got a more natural rhythm, I think.
Oh, thank you. Very kind. But no, I think I was very 80s. I'm accused of being very 80s in my dancing style. So how are you? How are you doing, everybody? It's great to be here. We're here talking about your revenue growth plan for 2021.
What a great backdrop as well. I mean, in Leicester, where I live, the sun is shining. People are thronging the streets. So seeing people now more vibrant. People are occupying the hostelries outside my office there as well. So really getting us back into it. And I just feel like a spring buds. You know, the world is opening up. And I think it's a great time actually to grab those opportunities as well. So I think this Get It Done session is a great bit of timing on our side.
So what have you been up to then this week, Mahmood? Have you been frequenting any of those hostelries near your office?
Not as of yet. So I've been spending my time with my own sort of business growth, dealing with clients, dealing with internal things, dealing with new projects, keeping busy. I'm even got a new working pattern. So I'm actually taking a day away from the office and working at home. So yeah, just been very hectic, radio show, new projects. Having a great catch up with Joe as well, by the way. So before, just to let you into a little secret, everybody, that we do this for real. So Joe runs her own very successful business. I run my own very successful business. We come together for this project, and we always have a catch up and talk about each other's businesses, where we can help. So my week's been pretty full on. What about yourself, Joe?
I'm pretty full on as well. So I'm after a period of being a little bit subpar, as some of you know, I'm feeling much better and ramping up to nearer 150% again, which is terrific. So doing all sorts of things really. So really focused on some innovation projects for clients, and also been kicking off a high performance leadership program as well, somewhere else. So that's been really, really brilliant. So absolutely loving it. And I think you're right. It feels like the world's waking up again, doesn't it? And we're getting out there and still being safe, still socially distanced, but spring's in the air, certainly in the UK.
Oh, absolutely. And I think I can see it around the world. Opportune time here. So motivation. We've got some slides. We're going to go through, as Joe said, what the program is about on Friday. And I can't believe it's come around so quickly. So when we first thought of this, put it on the agenda, in a matter of about 3 days, Friday, the 23rd of April, we kick off with a new innovative Get It Done Day. And I think that's going to be fantastic, by the way, because I find that, myself included, lots of business owners are very time poor. They've got great ideas about wanting to plan, wanting to put something together, and actually doing it in a very tight, compact session. I think it's going to be a great way to leverage, you know, what's in there with us and what's in our clients as well.
Yeah, and also to do that in a supported way. So you will come out with your growth plan on a page, as we'll show you very shortly. but we are there to help you, support you. You can pick our brains. Our combined, how many years of it? Is it 60 years of business experience?
It's got to be 60 years. I know I haven't got a lot of grey. Well, I've got quite a bit of grey hair actually, but yeah, yours is naturally wonderful. So 60 years combined experience.
It's not natural. It's definitely grey, and this is out of a bottle. But yes, 60 years experience between us, and we've a track record of helping businesses succeed for sure. So come and join us. 2 Brains on Your Business, a really focused session from 10 till just before 2 o'clock on Friday. We are still keeping it open as we promised we would for you, so there's still time to join. So shall we share with people what it's all about, do you think?
Yeah, I think it'd be good to get an inside look about what's awaiting people. So if I do this correctly, so in our stream here, we just want to share you with our wonderful logo, by the way. So we're having a rebrand ourselves, new website that's been launched. So you've got the details there, put it in your diary, 23rd of April of this week, basically, between 10 and 2. We will be giving you a comfort break, by the way. So it's not 4 hours solid, but it's going to be pretty intensive and pretty hands-on.
Yeah, and it's not like we are now where we're sort of broadcasting and we can't see you. Obviously, we love it when you give us comments and you ask us questions. So do keep them coming in. This is where we'll be able to see you. You'll be able to see us. We'll be able to interact properly. And you'll have all sorts of resources and things that you'll be able to use on the day. So it's a lot more human and personal. I mean, we love doing this. We love going live with you. Excuse me, my throat's going again. But this will be a lot more, face to face, really, really small group, so that we can focus on your needs and answer your questions. I'm just going to have a quick sip of my tea, Mahmood, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course it is. For those, by the way, coming up onto this on replay, put your hashtag replay in there. If you've got any questions or comments or thoughts you want to share, questions about the bootcamp coming up on Friday, put them into the comments box, and me and Joe will pick those up and respond to them accordingly. So while Joe's having a deserved sip of her tea.
Yeah, I'm sorted.
There we go.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the outline of what the day is going to deliver for you.
Yeah, so we're going to start off by really working on your value proposition. So without a good value proposition, or what is a value proposition? Really, essentially, it's the problem that you solve for your customers. It's how you help your customers, your unique selling point, if you like. It's what makes you different, and it's what helps you compete and give you competitive advantage. So we'll be working through what that looks like for you, and really getting you to think about that, but also to be able to communicate that really clearly, because it's important that you're clear and that your messaging is clear in terms of, your customers really understanding where you're coming from. And from then, having sort of established that, we'll be moving on to getting stuck into reviewing your products and services.
Yeah, I think it's important to note here, by the way, folks, if you look at these things thinking, I'm not quite sure what a value proposition is, the whole framework for this session is based on what we feel is critical for a business. And if you don't know the answers, by the way, then come and join and we'll help you find those answers there. It's not aimed at a specific sector, by the way. So this is not just for private companies, not just for manufacturing or retailers. There are less things that you can apply. So whether you're a product-based business, so you're physically retailing or manufacturing, whether you provide services, whether you actually come from a not-for-profit space. So you still have got products you're delivering and services you're delivering. So we're going to sort of tie those two aspects up together.
Yeah. So if we're talking about stuff that you've got an awareness of, or maybe you've not really heard about before, then that's great. You come and we'll share it with you. We will talk you through it step by step and help you through the process, so that it's really beneficial. This is time that you can spend stepping back from your business to work on your business, rather than being your head down and bum up, as so many of us are so often.
Yeah, and we make no apologies, by the way, or excuses for using the word growth. Me and Joe are very much believers that if you do not grow, then you'll go backwards. And I think to a large extent, you do not have a choice about whether you choose to grow or not. You've got to grow if you at least maintain and survive. So obviously clients, customers, so the ones who generate the revenue on a long-term basis. So we're going to look at tactics and strategies how to grow your customer base.
Yeah, and all of this, all the way through, is with financials and KPIs, and we're talking about your business. This isn't one of those sessions where we go away and talk generically about how to do this, and then you're sort of left working out how to do it for yourself. We will walk you through some specific. We'll do a keynote. We've got a more detailed agenda coming up, and then we'll walk you through some activities where you go, yes, okay, this is how I need to step through it. And walk through it to get some outputs for yourself. And it's about profitable revenue growth, which is why we're looking at customers, pricing, products and services. We're looking at it in the round. So we do real business stuff, not just the fluffy stuff around the edges. We get stuck in, and we're here to help you get stuck in with your business.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. And so remember, it's about application. It's about applicability to your business here. So if you think, it's maybe not for me because my business is a service business, I've been going 2 or 3 years, or I'm not quite sure how this is going to help me. It's very practical. So obviously, if you're going to be passive, that's great, but you'll get a lot more out of it if you come prepared to actually think, right, I want to grab everything I can in this session.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and as we've said, it's our business brains. Mahmood, the numbers rock star, and I don't want to embarrass you, Mahmood, but you have, you are awesome when it comes to helping people with numbers and helping them really get to grips with numbers, especially and including when people aren't feeling super confident about financials and dealing with financials and KPIs. I think where you're brilliant at many, many things, and one of your talents, and I know it's a passion for you, is helping people really get comfortable with using their numbers to tell the story of the business. So to have Mahmood's input and have that perspective, I think is just worth coming for on its own, if I'm being really honest.
That's a very embarrassing thing to listen to, but I'll take it, Joe. But do you know what I found is that, and we've seen it on a lot of the people that we've dealt with over the last year, is your numbers are basically the words to your business story. And without those words, you cannot make decisions. You cannot figure out what's going on. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of people divorce themselves from the key idea of profitability and cash flow, and they think that's going to be relegated to somebody else. And what I will tell you, folks, by the way, you know a lot more about this than you probably give yourselves credit for. I was going to be embarrassing Joe, by the way. When I first met Joe, we both sort of did a tick box about the things we were bringing to the party. And what I love about Joe, lots of things, is she does fluff, but actually it's about what the key things are to power a business. The innovation, I've actually learned quite a lot from Joe in terms of the ideas, the way I look at things differently compared to when I first met Joe. So I think there's going to be a fantastic blend of the innovation, the numbers part of it, and we both have got an understanding of each other's skill sets as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's really kind. Thank you. So I think you're right when I'm saying yes. I think we've got a fantastic understanding, and we're very complimentary. I don't mean we say nice things about each other all the time, although that's sort of what we've just done. But you know what I mean? Complimentary with an E. So Janice, if you're watching that's complimentary with an E. Janice is a proofreader and may catch us on replay. So we want you to be there too. So insert your photo right here, because you've got all of your wealth of experience as well. And 3 brains on your business, yours and ours. What could be better?
In the spirit of disclosure, by the way, I will point out that my brain is not that creative in certain areas. When Joe showed me this image first time around, I was thinking, have you made a typo mistake? Should there be something else out there? So the penny dropped for me when I saw that. So that's
it's deliberate. It took me ages to put that outline in front of the person on the moon, because that was just something I wanted to do. I do delegate a lot, but that was actually something I self-created. There we go.
So let's go. So the agenda for the day, folks. So again, this is going to be spread across the 4 hours. There will be a comfort break. So as you can see, a little bit of a coffee break there as well.
2.
So 2. We're spoiling everybody.
So we'll get stuck in. We'll get you settled in, and then we're going to get started with our keynote on value proposition and how you can. When it says get it done for your business, that means that we have a little less conversation, a little more action, and we share some stuff, give you some guidance, and then you have a go with our support at doing that for your business. And you might want to take it away, shape it and develop it, but actually having that first thing written down, you're having done some structured thinking, then that will help you enormously for to go away and build on that as well. Then we'll have a coffee, because it's important that your brain rests and refreshes from an innovation point of view, because we want you to think differently about your business. And then we're into our product and service development masterclass.
Yeah, absolutely. And key thing is here, why we call it the Get It Done, is there is nothing more rewarding than at the end of a session to actually have something in your hand or that says, do you know what, I've got all these ideas in my head. I didn't quite know which way to take my business. I'm being a bit befuddled here, and I've got some clarity and some focus here, and I'm actually now feel much more in command. I feel less anxious. I feel more positive about taking the business forward there as well. So when we come into the product and service development, so it's again what we said is, if you're a service-based business only, if you're a product-based business only, or if you've got a mixture, this is ideal for you.
And you can also productize your services, and you can servitize your products.
Ooh.
So it sounds very fancy pants, doesn't it? But that's really, there are some ways of making additional sales and profitability from your products if you're a product business, by adding some service elements, and by productizing some of your services if you're a service business. But if you want to know more about that, then come and see us on Friday, book in, and we'll show you exactly how you need to do that.
And folks, but remember this, if you've got a business there and people are actually buying from you, you've done half the battle, you've got proof of concept. So taking that proof of concept and actually taking it a step further, actually sort of generating more value, generating more money, giving you a better lifestyle, serving your customers better, avoiding that thing of having to get a proper job as such, running your own business and developing it in your own shape and your own image is, after 26 years of doing it, I think it's an excellent way to run your life. So remember, if you haven't got a product and you're pivoting, you want to take it forward, then obviously we can share some tips with you and some practical advice about how to move the idea forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will show you our method for creating a customer growth map as well. And I think we might have a slide on that coming shortly, I think.
I think we have, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get to that then. And also pricing after the break, because price, in fact, we won't go into the detail, but we were talking about pricing a bit, weren't we, for something else, and how important pricing is, and also the psychology of pricing. But often it's an area that many businesses sort of, ask themselves, are they getting it right? If it's a product, it can be pretty straightforward. Service pricing can be a bit more complex, but there are all sorts of ways that you can price, and we will help you with that. I mean, Mahmood is phenomenal on all things pricing.
I mean, what I would say on that, Joe, you're quite right. And I think typically, I know we were having that chat before, is that one size doesn't fit all, by the way. So it's very possible and it's normal that in your business, you're going to have a variety of pricing strategies. So it's the numbers, it's the psychology, and it's the message that it gives out to your customer base. So again, we're going to explore that. And it's a key thing. If you get the price wrong, a little statistic to share with you, by the way, I think McKinsey did a study several years ago where they found that if you are managing to leverage your price upwards, that has a bigger impact on profitability than actually increasing the volume of sales. So therefore, there's some big wins that you can make by actually getting your pricing strategy, as close to perfect as you can. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's something that evolves. So what worked for you, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, may benefit from some changes in one direction or another, and hopefully in the upwards trajectory, but let's see as well. So it's always something to keep an eye on, because it's never static.
100%.
So we talked about value proposition, and one of the things that we will cover is how to create competitive advantage through the distinctive value that you deliver, rarity, which means how distinctive is your offer. Are you one of many businesses offering similar things, or are there some ways that you can stand out and do some things that are a bit unusual that other businesses aren't doing, but still deliver some benefit to customers? Imitability, which is quite tricky to say, but that's how easy or hard is it to copy you. So if you can factor in some things that are really difficult to copy, then that adds to your competitive advantage. And also, how lined up is your organization, is your business, how well and efficiently does it deliver that competitive advantage? So if you're a lean, mean, competitive advantage sort of business sales machine, then you'll do phenomenally well, because it's about how you create structures and processes that deliver that super well. And you'll get that roadmap for your business.
Absolutely. And also, look, this has got a double-edged sword. So it's not only to give you the advantage, but it's also a great way for you to prevent competitors muscling into your space. It's a great way, what they sometimes call like barriers to entry and exit. So it serves two masters. One is for the sales that you generate, and one is also to put some walls around your own business and to protect it.
Yeah. And it means you can also, you can charge more as well. So because you are distinctive, there's nothing quite like you on the market, and you're of value, it means that you can actually justify charging more. And this is really important. You know, it's really easy there are many people out there going, put your prices up, you know, charge the maximum, and all of this stuff. That's fair enough, as long as your customers will pay, and as long as the service or product that you're providing is perceived to deliver the value that you're asking for through your pricing, if that makes sense. And all of this helps to build that perception and that reality too.
And we continue. So go on, Joe.
No, after you. Sorry, I was actually having a little cough.
Yeah, so just continuing on that, in terms of this is just building on the previous slide here. So we got this idea of value and rarity. It could be a positive, obviously, in terms of pricing. It can be also a difficult thing to emulate and keep consistent with there as well.
Yeah, and if your offer is valuable and rare, then that will serve you well. But there will come a point where other people can copy that. That's why we also need to add in the green bit, which is being hard to imitate, that imitability. Because if what you're offering is valuable, rare, and difficult to copy, it means that you've got sustainable competitive advantage. You can keep that going because other people can't reproduce it. And if you add on to that, creating systems and processes and ways of operating, which mean you're organised to make the most of that competitive advantage, well, you're on to an absolute winner. And we're here to help you think through all of that and then put in place the strategies that will help you achieve that revenue growth through doing these things.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see it all around us in terms of companies that launch something innovative. You know, it doesn't matter, give it a period of time. The marketplace will be looking at it thinking, oh, you're making some good value here, good profitability. We can copy, emulate, replicate here. And you've already done that initial entry price for us, and we'll come in and actually take some of that market away from you. The good companies, by the way, are always innovating, always trying to keep one step ahead there as well, not resting on their laurels. Yeah.
So this is stuff that you need to be looking at least every quarter, you know, in detail, and being mindful of every single day, actually, you know, what's changing out there.
I love this slide.
We like this slide, yes.
I do actually, yeah.
Yeah. Will you kick us off on this one then?
So now, remember in this here, to actually get the most out of the day on Friday, if you prefer to just observe, take it in, not participate, nobody's going to say anything into the judgment, you get more if you put something back into the process. So we would think it's great for you. You'll get the support to actually put something in here. So you need some stats, you need some numbers, you need to access where you are, reviewing what's going on. And effectively that is going to help you. That analysis that you do initially is very important to help determine which direction that you want to take your business there as well. So whether you're looking customers by terms of groups, whether you look them in terms of whatever segmentation that you adopt here, is going to be quite powerful.
Yeah, definitely. And the point you were making there, Mahmood, you know, people are very welcome. You're very welcome to come and join us and and observe and listen and take some notes, that's fine. Brene Brown talks about when we truly learn, we learn with our head and our heart and our hands. And what she's saying there is that we have to sort of intellectually, understand, sort of just get the material. We have to connect with it and see how it can help us, heart, and how it's meaningful to us. And then we have to use our hands. And that means actually getting stuck in and using that new knowledge, using that new insight. And when we do that, that's when we truly learn. And that's when we can truly create step changes in our business. It's not just from listening in, acquiring new knowledge, acquiring new things, new thoughts. It's actually about doing something with that new knowledge. And that's what you'll be doing with us on Friday. And we'll take you through the steps, and you'll work through the steps on creating a high-level customer growth plan. So thinking about where is the biggest potential in your customer base? What are their priorities? Where are the opportunities? And how can you actually align your business to go after them? So it's all really, really good stuff.
Yeah, and remember, this isn't a straight linear thing, by the way, folks. It's it's going to be, you may go back and revisit steps 1 and 2. So don't think of it as, once I've done one, that's it, I put it to one side. It's all part of the big mix.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll enjoy it. We'll have some fun on the way as well. And what you'll leave with is this, your plan on a page, just some key points under these key headings that you'll be able to take away, do something with. And if you let us know what you've got in each of the boxes, we'll actually have it printed for you as an A3 and post it to you. So you've got a real life copy. That's if you're in the UK. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's output. So that's the end objective. So remember, it doesn't matter. We're not expecting everyone to suddenly say, I've done it now. I've spent X number of hours in here. I've got all the answers here, but it will give you a great solid framework. You're going to take away, because remember, you're going to be taking away what we're going to be talking about, what you contribute, put it in there. We will print it out for you so you can put it on your fridge, next to your TV or whatever, and you can refine it and populate it as time goes on.
Yeah, definitely. So a plan on a page, and then it's about making sure it happens and getting after it. And one of the big barriers to really going for things when you want to pivot, change and grow is actually having the clarity in terms of what are the steps you need to take, and you will leave with the steps that you need to take to move forward. What are the next things, the next actions that will help you achieve the results that you want? So it's going to be an awesome day, isn't it?
I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have a run through, me and Joe, tomorrow, just to make sure we get everything covered for you for that day itself. So I think the last thing to really talk to everyone about, if this works, is that's it. So let's summarise there. So you've got 10 a.m. start. If you go onto mahmoodandjoe.com, there's more details if you want to get more details. Convince yourself that it's a good investment, which I would say it is, and see what the day is and actually do a booking. Then it's there, mahmoodandjoe.com. I think the little ticker tape is coming on the bottom. So that's ridiculous value for that session.
It is, and we've kept it there deliberately because we realise, although things are opening up, a lot of businesses have been challenged throughout this period, and we wanted to keep it accessible. So we still wanted to, price it because it's important that you're invested in the process. But we also wanted to make sure that it was really good value and affordable. So come and join us. Make the time, create that space in your diary, and come and join us, because honestly, for that length of time, for that content, and to have the specific sort of mentoring support that you'll get from Mahmood and I on the day, it will pay for itself many times over.
Perfect. So listen, I'm really looking forward to this. So we're only about a few days away from the whole thing starting. So again, check out the site. If you want a bit more detail, drop us a line. If you've got any comments to share with us, then obviously add them into the comments box accordingly. And from my point of view, I'm just looking forward to Friday kicking off. Yeah,
it's going to be awesome. It's actually, I don't know if this is relevant, but it's apparently St. George's Day on Friday. So you want to be St. George or the dragon? Which one do you want to be, Mahmood, on the day?
Your choice. I can be St. George or I can be the dragon. I don't mind which.
Yeah, or maybe we're just happy it's Friday and we have a great day, a great Friday session. So hope to see you there. We'd love you to come and join us. Sign up because we're not, we're keeping this to a small number of people, and let's get this done. Let's smash 2021 for the rest of the year. Last 6 months, let's make it really, really count.
Yeah, what do we call it? A springboard into the summer.
Springboard into summer. I love that. Sounds like a fashion catalogue. It sounds like I ought to get my flowery skirt out and my sandals.
I'm not going to upset the Oasis fans. Sounds like an intro to an Oasis song as well.
It does. It does. I'm surprised you've not mentioned the Apple Store in Leicester in this episode. But maybe
I did. Leicester's got into the FA Cup final. My team are happy. So with that, folks, listen, hopefully we'll see you guys on Friday. Until then, have a fantastic week.
See you then. Hi there, welcome to today's Business Growth Club show. We are so pleased to have you here. The theme is growth marketing.
We're talking about actions and consequences today.
It's all about purpose.
Driving business growth with using KPIs.
We're talking money mindset.
The Growth Club, not to oversell it, but it's so well organised. So yeah, it was totally invaluable.
The Growth Club, coupled alongside with the Masters that I'm doing at Strategic Leadership at the moment, both of those things happening collectively have definitely transformed, and the Growth Club did have a massive impact for our business.
What is it that attracted you to come to the Growth Club in the first place? Let me just ask you to start off with that.
Well, because it was the two of you, basically.